Ooh, point guard Mount Rushmore. Let's get into it. Point guard Mount Rushmore, man. You started off. Who
All
you on
four?
for? All four. Who you got? Who you got?
Curry,
Okay.
Magic,
Okay.
Isaiah Thomas,
Woo!
Steve Nash.
Man, I love your list. Dang, I love your
I
list,
got a little bit of current with a little bit of,
And I love Steve Nash. He's stamped.
Yeah. You gotta do your homework too. I ain't watch Magic, obviously. They got film out though. They got the stats online.
Nah,
That's free.
I like that Mount Rushmore. It's different.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Might be missing a few. Damn, I'm surprised I didn't say Chris Paul though.
Oh, I mean,
No
Chris
going
Paul,
back.
Ain't no going
He my
back.
favorite.
So who would you take off? Nash?
I would take Nash off.
So you want to make that adjustment? You want to make that change?
Let's do it.
All right,
Damn.
Coach D, who you got?
Man.
Talk to me.
So here's the deal. I broke it up to where, players from when I was younger, and then so I got 2 when I was younger and then 2 now. So for the 2 I'll start with for today. So I got Kyrie, I got Steph. My last 2 is gonna be Allen Iverson.
Love that.
And my last one, who I owe a lot to, kind of why I'm even here today. He gave me an identity when I was young.
I already know where you're going with this. Talk to me.
Yeah, and he gave me respect in the hood, right? I was trying to figure out the player I was gonna be and stuff like that. When Jason Williams came into the league, he gave me an identity. I was able to get my respect in the hood because I took a lot of what he had and I brought it into my own game. And that's just being, just being a general on the court, trying to be a leader, maybe just throwing in some no looks here and there to keep the crowd engaged. That's what a lot of these kids miss out on, man. It's sometimes you got to be flashy. When Maddie Greenway comes, down the floor and she goes behind the back reul quick, boom. You look at Maddie a little bit differently. You're okay, she's got a little something to her. So I mean, those 4, are big time for me. But Jason Williams to me did a lot. He was the guy that I could relate to, right? He was the white boy, but he got respect from his peers, and that was the biggest thing for me. So
yeah, no, I love it. Shout out Jay Will, man, White Chocolate, man, that's my guy. Man, my Mount Rushmore point guards, man. I had to mix it. I was stuck between the 2, thinking about overall career versus who just my favorites was. You know what I mean? If I'm going with my favorites, I'm then throwing in Brandon Jennings. You know what I mean?
I love Brandon Jennings.
D-Rose.
I love Brandon Jennings.
But I was mixing in a little bit of the career aspect too. So I got Magic Johnson, I got Steph Curry, I got Derrick Rose and Kyrie Irving. These are my guys. You know what I mean? Magic Johnson, Steph Curry, and I got them 1A, 1B. If Steph Curry, in my opinion, get one more ring, I think that he'll be #1 point guard of all time. I also think he probably enter the top 5 ever to play the game. All time. You know what I mean? And I think, honestly, when his career is done, I just think that we're going to look at Steph Curry ranked a little bit higher than we think right now. Yeah. Just 10 years from retirement, Steph Curry, where do you rank him? I think a lot of people is going to have him top 5.
They're going to appreciate him more.
Way more. So that's why I get him.
Sound like we all got Curry. So we already know that's one face.
Curry, for sure.
Did we all say Magic or what you got?
Well, let me break this down on why I got my guys where I got them.
Okay.
D Rose, right? We're talking about one of the youngest MVPs to touch a basketball. Just the trajectory of where his career would have been if he didn't get hurt. If he didn't get hurt, I mean,
he was killing all the good point guards.
If he didn't get hurt, he was the point guard bully that came in that was doing work. He really had to take out Darren Williams and Chris Paul.
Yeah.
Right, because Steve Nash was kind of on a decline. He was a little bit older, and it was Chris Paul and Darren Williams. Derrick Rose came and gave those guys trouble. And then, obviously, at that point, Steph and Kyrie was on the rise, but I would say Derrick Rose was a step above them at that point. You know what I mean? Especially his MVP
we was
year.
comparing him with LeBron.
Yeah.
Wade.
We was no, we're not even thinking
we
about
don't even care about point guards. Yeah, he was the best.
He was crazy. And then I got Kyrie too.
I love that. I'm surprised I ain't put Kyrie, but you know.
Kyrie just, I ain't gonna lie, man. His skill set is just unmatched. Like in regards to his ability to shoot, play at all 6 levels, whether it's post up, mid range, 3-point, finishing ability, separation game. I mean, he pretty much can do it all. You know what I mean? With a sick handle, and then just like the culture, the cultural relevance that
Uncle
he
Drew.
brings. Just the Uncle Drew, just with his thought process to challenge the default settings of the status quo that's around here.
That's right.
I simply just respect Kyrie Irving and what he brings to the table in regards as an ambassador of basketball. That's kind of the way I look at Kyrie. He's an ambassador of basketball. Even right now with him embracing the one-on-ones that they're doing with the next chapter. Like, you know what I mean? He respects the game in every element, every aspect of the game. Yeah. And I just like players like that. It kind of remind me of Kobe. How Derrick Rose when he in China. It just mean you just love it.
Good for the culture, the sport.
Just good for the sport.
Sure. For sure.
You know, so like if we had to come to a consensus, I mean we can agree on 2 of them, right? Like
Shoot, both y'all had Kyrie.
we both had Kyrie. So Steph is
We
on
already
there.
know Steph on there. He on everybody's.
2 people pick Kyrie, so Kyrie got to go on there.
2 people pick Magic.
2 people, so Magic got to go on there.
Who that 4th guy?
Who is that 4th guy?
What-
The outlier. You talking
what
about the
about-
outlier?
what about-
My outlier would be, well, all 3 of them is on my list. That's crazy. My outlier is Derrick Rose, CP, Isaiah Thomas, or
Iverson?
Iverson.
or Iverson.
I'm not
Will.
mad at Iverson.
Yeah, I mean Iverson, man. Ooh.
I think Isaiah Thomas will get that spot. Cause you got to go with career. One of the point guards. He's one of the only point guards that was like the primary leader of the team to win
That's
championship.
what I was thinking about.
Most point guards don't do it.
The
You know
only
what I
time
mean?
we seen that is like Steph.
Yeah, I mean it's very few. point
Maybe
guards
Tony
under-
Parker. But like
Tim Duncan is the man of that team.
Yeah,
so no,
that's true.
It's very few point guards below 6'5", 6'4". That's the main guy on the team that win a championship.
Yep.
Isaiah Thomas is one of them.
that shit don't happen often. He got 2 with Mike.
No, and then when you talk about break down who he had to beat, right? Not only was Mike in that era, Bird.
Yeah.
Not even just Bird. No, the Celtics was in that era. You know what I mean? The Celtics, the Bulls.
On a high horse.
I mean, yeah, bro. He went against a lot of guys, so I'm a definitely.
Yeah, that's why he was. Yeah, that's why he in mine.
So let's put that out there.
Hey, Chicago kid too. Chicago kid.
He is a Chicago guy. Shout out my Chicago
said
boys.
one
man.
of them Chicago kids got to get on.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out my boys, man.